In this video, I will tell you how to get the results that you want when you are manifesting whatever your heart desires. This is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, Chapter 8 by Dr. Joseph Murphy. So, the principal reasons for failure are lack of confidence and too much effort. Many people block answers to their prayers by failing to fully comprehend the workings of their subconscious mind. When you know how your mind functions, you gain a measure of confidence. You must remember, whenever your subconscious mind accepts an idea, it immediately begins to execute it. It uses all its mighty resources to that end and mobilizes all the mental and spiritual laws of your deeper mind. The law is true for good and bad ideas. Consequently, if you use it negatively, it brings trouble, failure, and confusion. When you use it constructively, it brings guidance, freedom, and peace of mind. This is why Neville Goddard actually was an advocate of a state akin to sleep, because you are impressing your subconscious mind. Whether it's a good idea, a bad idea, whatever it may be, when you are falling asleep, you are performing at the alpha brainwave states. And when you are in that state, you are actually making suggestions to your subconscious mind, because the door to the subconscious mind in that state is so wide open. Like, you can say whatever you want and the subconscious mind will accept it. So this is a crucial time. You could actually induce that. I did that in one of my meditations, that actually the only meditation till now on the channel. You can check it out. So be so careful when using this, because what you fall asleep doing, you will actually experience in your life. So fall asleep doing things that you enjoy doing. So let's continue here. The right answer is inevitable when your thoughts are positive, constructive, and loving. From this, it is perfectly obvious that the only thing you have to do in order to overcome failure is to get your subconscious to accept your idea or request by feeling its reality now. And the law of your mind will do the rest. Turn over your request with faith and confidence, and your subconscious will take over and answer for you. You see here, Dr. Joseph Murphy is speaking about the power of now. When you are imagining, you are not imagining something in the future. You are not imagining something in the past. You are imagining it as it is happening now. So when you do that, actually, you are making something really important. You are impressing the subconscious mind, and you are deceiving it in a way to believe that it's happening in this very moment, because to the right brain perception, everything is here and now. To the left brain perception, it's a linear time perception. Linear time perspective of everything needs cause and effect. But to the universal mind, to your higher self, everything is here and now. So you are actually accessing, making a future now, making that here, making this here, making everything here and now. So let's continue reading the chapter. You will always fail to get results by trying to use mental coercion or mental force to make it easier. Your subconscious mind does not respond to force. It responds to your faith and or conscious mind acceptance. So it's one of two things. Either it's faith or conviction. If you have faith in something, you will experience it. If you have a conviction about something, you will experience it. It is so important. It's so important to actually have that mental capability of accepting things when you are falling asleep. You are impressing your subconscious mind. You are accepting the fact that you are that person that you want to be. Your failure to get results may also arise from such statements as, things are getting worse and all that bad stuff. I don't like to read that at all. When you see such statements, when you use such statements, you get no response or cooperation from your subconscious mind. Like a soldier marking time, you neither go forward nor backwards. In other words, you don't get anywhere. This is why you don't counteract what you did, the imaginal act that you did, with something so bad or so negative. Like, become so focused. Don't be lukewarm. Like, 1 minute you are excited about it and you're feeling the wish fulfilled, and the other you are not. You're just like, nah, I feel worried or anything like that. Be precise and stay in the wish fulfilled. If you get into a taxi and give half dozen different directions to the driver in 5 minutes, he would become hopelessly confused and probably would refuse to take you anywhere. It's the same when working with your subconscious mind. There must be a clear-cut idea in your mind. You must arrive at the definite decision that there is a way out, a solution to the vexing problem in sickness. Only the infinite intelligence within your subconscious knows the answer. When you come to that clear-cut conclusion in your conscious mind, your mind is then made up. And according to your belief, it is done to you. This is so important. According to your belief, it is done to you. Whatever you believe about yourself, you will experience in your real 3D dimension, The real world is your imagination, actually, because this is just a hologram. Quantum physics actually are proving every day that we are living in a high-tech simulated game. And your imagination, your feelings, your thoughts and emotions are creating the experience you are having. The universe is you pushed out. So whatever you imagine yourself to be and you believe it, you will experience it in this hologram. This is why it's so important to only think good thoughts. I'm not telling you to all day long be in a positive state, because that's not easy to do and not practical, because sometimes you will find yourself being, a bit pushed to be a bit negative. But most of the day, you should be in a good state. Be happy, be grateful, things like that. Easy does it. A house owner once demonstrated with a furnace repairman, charging $200 for fixing the boiler. The mechanic said, "I charged 5 cents for the missing bolt and $199.95 for knowing what was wrong." Similarly, your subconscious mind is the master mechanic, the all-wise one, who knows ways and means of healing any organ of your body, as well as your affairs. Decree health, and your subconscious will establish it. But relaxation is the key. Easy does it. Do not be concerned with details and means. This is so important, guys, because you go to the end. You don't care about what will happen. You don't care about how. You go to the end. Get to the feel of the happy solution to your problem, whether it's health, finances, or employment. Remember how you felt after you had recovered from a severe state of illness. Bear in mind that your feeling is the touchstone of all subconscious demonstration. Your new idea must be felt subjectively in a finished state, not the future, but as coming about now. This is so important. Many of you guys are telling me that you are having some trouble imagining things as if it is happening now. But this is actually the most important part. You should feel it as it is happening now. Ask yourself that question. Close your eyes now and do this with me. Close your eyes right now. Close your eyes and ask yourself, how would you feel if what you want is already a fact? And meditate on that. How would it feel? You now got the feeling. Meditate on that feeling, and all of a sudden you will get pictures in your head. You'll start to have some imagery in your head. You'll start to have these thoughts and emotions, and things will start to construct a scene in your brain, in your imagination. But imagine it in first person, not like you are watching a movie screen. No, you are in the movie. You are an actor in the movie. This is the key. Using your subconscious mind to infer no opponent, use no willpower. You imagine the end and the freedom state. You will find your intellect trying to get in the way, but persist in maintaining a simple, childlike, miracle-making faith. Picture yourself without the ailment or problem. Imagine the emotional accompaniment of the freedom state you crave. Cut out all red tape from the process. The simple way is the best. So I like here the childlike imagination thing. This is a really cool thing to say, because when you were a child, you just imagined things for fun. Now you are imagining things but you are forcing it. You don't have to force anything. You have to be relaxed. You have to know that you are trusting your inner man, your higher self that knows everything. You're trusting your subconscious mind that runs all the organs in your body, makes your heart beat, makes the circulation go in your, in your body. Everything is good. This subconscious mind knows everything, all knowing. So trust it. How disciplined imagination works wonders. A wonderful way to get a response from your subconscious mind is through disciplined or scientific imagination. As previously pointed out, your subconscious mind is the builder of the body and controls all vital function. All vital functions. I told you guys about this now, right? The Bible says, "Whosoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive." To believe is to accept something as true, or to live in the state of being it. This is the state of the wish fulfilled that Neville Goddard always talked about. As you sustain this mood, you shall experience the joy of the answered prayer. The 3 steps to success in prayer. The usual procedure is as follows. Number 1, take a look at the problem. Number 2, turn to the solution or way out, known only to the subconscious mind. Number 3, rest in a sense of a deep conviction that it is done. Do not weaken your prayer by saying, "I wish I might be healed. I hope so." Your feeling about the work to be done is the boss. Harmony is yours. Know that health is yours. Become intelligent by becoming a vehicle for the infinite healing power of your subconscious mind. Pass the idea of health to your subconscious mind, to the point of conviction. Just relax. Get yourself off your hands. Say to the condition and circumstances, "This too shall pass." Through relaxation, you impress your subconscious mind, enabling the kinetic energy behind the idea to take over and bring it to concrete realization. This is so important. I want to touch on that. Most of you guys in this, crazy economy or whatever you say, are so afraid, and you don't know that the subconscious mind is infinite. The subconscious mind is connected to the mind of God, and the mind of God is infinite. You're connecting to your source. You are a part of that source. You are a part of it. You are not something like it's him and it's me. No, you are a part of that source. You are infinite being having a physical experience. So that infinite being doesn't care about the economy, doesn't care about any of that. It gives you what you believe. If you believe things are good, it will be good. If you think that things are so bad, it will be so bad. So you gotta be so focused on what's your state of being, because your state of being decides what you will experience in your day-to-day life. Be careful about your state of being. Don't let anyone make you wonder if you will have this or that. You already have it. You are it. It is done. Believe that. The law of reversed effort and why you get the opposite of what you pray for. I'm gonna summarize all this page in one thing, and it's in the page. The famous psychologist from France who visited America about 40 years ago defined the law of reversed effort as follows. When your desires and imagination are in conflict, your imagination invariably gains the day. This is what happened when you actually was climbing the ladder. You were saying to yourself, "I will not climb a ladder. I will not climb a ladder." You say it, but as you go to sleep, you were imagining yourself climbing a ladder. The imagination won. The imagination always wins, because what you imagine yourself to be is the truth. So if there is a conflict between the conscious and the subconscious mind, what you believe to be true will happen. This is why when you fall asleep climbing the ladder, even though all day long you were saying to yourself that you will not climb a ladder, you eventually climbed the ladder. You did it. There is no magic there. Your imagination always wins. The conflict of desire and imagination must be reconciled. To use mental force to presuppose that there is opposition when your mind is concentrated on the means to overcome a problem, it is no longer concerned with the obstacle. Matt 18:19 says, "If two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven." Who are these two? It means the harmonious union or agreement between your conscious and subconscious on any idea, desire, or mental image. When there is no longer any quarrel in either part of your mind, your prayer will be answered. The two agreeing may also be represented as you and your desire, your thought and feeling, your idea and emotion, your desire and imagination. You avoid all conflict between your desires and imagination by entering into a drowsy, sleepy state, which brings all effort to a minimum. This is it. This is the secret. When you are in a relaxed, deep state, you are opening the subconscious mind wide open. You make any suggestion go through to your subconscious mind directly. No force whatsoever. Whatever you say to yourself, you affirm to yourself, you imagine, you feel, when you are in that state, you are making an impression in your subconscious mind. You are making it real. You are making yourself having that thing. You make yourself believe in it. You are rewiring and refiring the neurons in your brain. You are making it happen. When you are making it happen, it's in that state, that alpha, sleepy, drowsy state, just before you go to sleep. When you are in that area between, awakening and, wakefulness and drowsiness or sleepiness. You are, I don't know if that's the right words, but I'm just trying to make sense to you guys about this statement by Joseph Murphy. I'm not trying to sophisticate things, trying to make it more simpler, because the wordings in these books sometimes can be more sophisticated than usual, so you gotta know it in a much more simpler way. The conscious mind is submerged to a great extent when in a sleepy state. This is what I told you, and this is what Neville Goddard always speaks about. He always spoke about being in a sleepy, drowsy state. The best time to impregnate your subconscious is prior to sleep. The reason for this is that the highest degree of outcropping of the subconscious occurs prior to sleep and just after awakening. In this state, the negative thoughts and imagery, which tend to neutralize your desire and so prevent acceptance by your subconscious mind, no longer present themselves. When you imagine the reality of the fulfilled desire and feel the thrill of accomplishment, your subconscious brings about the realization of your desire. A great many people solve all their dilemmas and problems by the play of their controlled, directed, and disciplined imagination, knowing that whatever they imagine and feel as true will and must come to pass. This is actually so true. One of the billionaires were asked about the secret to becoming a billionaire, and the answer was shocking. He answered like this. He told them that all the people can't focus on one thing for 5 minutes. This is why you should have a continuous and concise way of soliciting your attention to the point that you are like a laser beam. You are focusing on one thing. You are not wavering. This is the secret, guys. When you imagine things, you're not thinking about what will you eat afterwards or how will you go to work tomorrow. No, you are focusing on the imagination. You are focusing on constructing a scene, conjuring up a scene that is implying that the wish is already fulfilled. The following will clearly illustrate how a young girl overcame the conflict between her desire and her imagination. She desired a harmonious solution to her legal problem, yet her mental imagery was constantly on failure, loss, bankruptcy, and poverty. It was a complicated lawsuit, and there was one postponement after another, with no solution in sight. At my suggestion, she got into a sleepy, drowsy state each night prior to sleep, and she began to imagine the happy ending, feeling it to the best of her ability. She knew that the image in her mind had to agree with her heart's desire. Prior to sleep, she began to dramatize as vividly as possible her lawyer having an inanimate discussion with her regarding the outcome. She would ask him questions and he would answer her appropriately. He would say to her over and over again, there has been a perfect harmonious solution. The case has been settled out of court. During the day, when fear thoughts came into her mind, she would run her mental movie in gestures, voices, with gestures, voice, and sound equipment. She could easily imagine the sound of his voice, smile, and mannerism. She ran this mental picture so often, it became a subjective pattern, a regular train track. At the end of a few weeks, her attorney called her and confirmed objectively what she had been imagining and feeling as true subjectively. This is one of the most powerful testimonials about the law of assumption, because in this testimonial, it's so powerful because she was always fearful. She always had that state of being terrified of what will happen. But she started applying the law. She came into that realization that imagination creates reality. So what she did, she slept or became in a sleepy, drowsy state, and she started to imagine how would it feel like if your desire is already fulfilled, if that lawsuit was over, everything is okay, it's done. And she started to make a movie clip, just like 10-second movie clip in her mind, repeat it over and over and over again. She did that, repeating it over and over and over to the point that your mind is just, from repeating, it just accepts it because you are in a sleepy, drowsy state, and at the same time you are repeating every single time. Like when you are in that state, you are making impressions into your subconscious mind. This is so powerful and so effective. This is why the state akin to sleep is one of the easiest methods, if not the easiest and the best method to make anything happen in this world. This world is just a world of imagination. It's a hologram. None of this is real. This is just a hologram. You are making it in your mind. You're making that in your mind. So why not take control of your thoughts and try to solicit your attention to what you want and imagining it feelingly. So this is it for today's video. I hope you like the coverage of that book, the review on that book. I hope you enjoy the commentary about it. Like, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for you guys so you can apply it today. You can apply these methods today. A state akin to sleep, you can do it today. You can do it now. You can close your eyes and just get into alpha, or you can listen to my meditation on the channel. It's a 30-minute meditation that will get you to the sleepy, drowsy state, and you will start to build up the emotions and get into the feeling of the wish fulfilled as if it is done. And when it is done, it will happen into your life. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Write down in the comments if you read The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Like the video to reach more people, and I will see you soon.